Welcome, class. Today we will learn the present simple and its forms, positive, negative, and interrogative. But first, we will learn a little bit of vocabulary, the ways of getting around. Please listen and repeat.
Ways of getting around. Part A.
Drive a car.
Ride a bicycle. Ride a bike.
Ride a motorcycle.
Take a taxi. Take a cab.
Take the bus.
Take the subway.
Take the train.
Walk.
Now, we are going to do a listening exercise. Listen to 5 ways of getting around and number them from 1 to 5.
1. Two. 3. 4. 5.
'Okay, class, listen to Mariela talk on how she and her family go to their work and school using present simple. Pay attention, please.
I have a car. I drive to work. I don't take the train. My husband doesn't drive to work. He has a bike, so he rides his bike to work. My kids walk to school. They don't take the bus.
We already saw the use of the present simple. But now, how do we form it? Let's see the grammatical structure for the positive form of the present simple. First, notice that the sentence has 3 parts: the subject, the verb, and the complement. Also notice that the verb is conjugated in 2 different ways. For the first, second, and in the plurals, the verb stays in the infinitive form. And for the third person, it has a conjugation depending on the verb. Let's see the example. For the subject I, you, we, and they, the verb stays in the same way, drive, and the complement, a car to work. And for the third person, for he, she, and it, the verb drive conjugate to drives. It changes to drives, and he drives a car to work. Yes? Make sure that you select the correct form of the verb for each of the subjects. The negative form of the present simple features the use of an auxiliary verb, do, plus the negative not for the first, second, and for the plurals, and does not for the third person. In this form, the verbs stay in their infinitive form for any subject. As we can see in this chart, for the subject I, you, we, and they, we use the auxiliary verb do plus not, or in its contraction, don't. The verb stays in the infinitive form and the complement. I do not ride motorcycle. You don't ride motorcycle. Meanwhile, for he, she, and it, we use the auxiliary verb does plus negative not or the contracted form doesn't. The verb stays the same and the complement. He does not ride motorcycle. She doesn't ride motorcycle. For the yes/no questions, we use again the auxiliary verbs do and does, but this time we use it at the beginning of the sentence before the subject. As we can see in this chart, first we collocate the auxiliary verb do when the subjects are I, you, we, they. The verb stays in the same as the infinitive verb and the complement. Thus, we use it with he, she, and it. The verb stays in the infinitive form and the complement. Do you like sushi? Do we like sushi? Does he like sushi? Does she like sushi?